types and operations on the vector. I discussed three kinds of operation over here. One was addition, subtraction and multiplication. Today I am going to explain the addition initially. Then what is the addition in two vectors or addition of vectors? Now the first operation is addition. Addition of vectors. Addition of vectors. Now I am going to explain the addition one by one. The first law by which we may add the two vectors. So initially I am going to explain the triangle law of vector addition. Triangle law of vector addition. In this law, we will add two vectors. Suppose one vector A is given, another vector B is given, making an angle theta with the first vector A. We want to add these two vectors. There are two laws by which we may add these two vectors. First law is triangle law, which is written over here, and second law is parallelogram law. By these two laws, we may add these two vectors. For understanding the addition of two vectors diagrammatically, we will give you the method. How will I add these two? See, initially we will draw any one of the vector from given vector. Suppose I am drawing a vector A, then we will connect a vector B, tell to the vector A head without changing the direction. We will connect vector B over here without changing the direction. By this way, we may add two vectors, vector A and vector B. Now, this is the initial point of vector A and this is the head of vector B. When we will join these two vectors with a line, so this will become a triangle and this line will show the resultant of the vector addition A and B. This line will show resultant of vector addition A and B. So by this way we may add diagrammatically from vector A to vector B. Now, if you want to add vector B and vector A, then how will you add? See, we will draw a vector B first. First we will draw vector B, but one thing is important. We will not change the direction of the vector. We will draw as it is. Getting it? Then after that we will join the vector A tell to the head of vector B. Like that. So this is the vector A. After joining this line, this will become a triangle. So this is the another way by which we add the vector B and vector A. So it will be vector B plus vector A, where R is the resultant of two vectors. The resultant are same in both the case when you are joining A to B or from B to A. Same means in both the cases resultant have same direction and same magnitude. So we may choose any one of the method by adding the two vectors by representation, a diagrammatic way. Now, what will be the definition of the triangle law of vector addition? The definition of the triangle law of vector addition is the addition of two vectors A and vector B are joining with each other in the form of two sides of a triangle in terms of magnitude and direction. Then the closing side of the triangle will represent the direction as well as magnitude of the addition of two vectors. This is the definition. If two vector, another way, if two vector represents the two sides of a triangle in terms of magnitude and direction, then the closing side of the triangle in opposite direction will represent the addition of two vector or resultant of two vector. This is the definition. By this way, we may define the addition of two vector in triangle law. Now the next thing is over here. This is the vector representation. R vector is equal to A vector plus V vector. Now I am going to explain you how will I find the magnitude in this case. Do you know what is the magnitude? If we are talking about the magnitude, as I discussed in my previous lecture, the length of this vector A is called magnitude A, length of this vector B, magnitude of vector B, and the length of resultant vector is also R, is the magnitude of resultant vector. If you want to find this magnitude in terms of the magnitude of vector A and magnitude of vector B, then how will you find? By finding this, I am going to extend this side. Suppose this is A, this is B, and this is C. So ABC is a triangle. Now I am going to extend this side AB and drawing a perpendicular from the C. Why? Because I am drawing these two sides because of I am going to applying a Pythagoras theorem over here. Why? Because we know the relation between the sides. Among the sides of a triangle, we have a relation. Pythagoras theorem is giving a relation. So for applying the Pythagoras theorem, I am extending this AB to D and drawing a perpendicular from C to D. So now this triangle ACD is a right angle triangle. This was the theta. Suppose, no, this was theta. Now we are taking this is alpha. This was theta. Theta was the direction between two vectors, and I am taking alpha is the direction of resultant vector. Now I am going to find the magnitude of resultant vector, that means R vector. For finding the magnitude, this figure is over here. We are applying a Pythagoras theorem. By applying a Pythagoras theorem, in triangle ABC, which is a right angle triangle. As according to the Pythagoras theorem, you know that AC square, that means hypotenuse square, is equal AD square plus CD square. This is the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. This side AD is base and this side CD is perpendicular and AC is hypotenuse. So now I'm going to fill the values of AC, AD and CD from the figure. Then you see that AC was what? R. AB you know that. CD you don't know. BD. So for finding these BD and CD, I am going to taking a help of trigonometry. From the help of trigonometry, in triangle BCD, by using concept sin theta is what? This was theta, this is a theta. Sin theta is what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Then perpendicular you know that it is CD, and hypotenuse vector B having length B, I suppose B, so we are writing over here B. So from this relation, CD will be B sin theta. So B sin theta is the length of CD. Similar way, I am using same triangle CBD in triangle BCD cos theta. Cos theta is what? Base BD upon hypotenuse BC. So base is BD. I am writing over here BD, and hypotenuse vector B, magnitude of vector B. So BD will become B cos theta. This is the length of BD. Now AD is what? AD is AB plus BD. So AB is A and BD is B cos theta. AC is what? R square. AD is what? As you know that AD is A plus B cos theta whole square. CD is what? CD is B sin theta. So B sin theta whole square. Now R square equal, opening this bracket, A square plus A plus B whole square will use over here. B square cos square theta plus 2AB cos theta plus B square sin square theta. Now see over here, this is the term B square cos square theta and this is the term B square sin square theta. In these two terms, B square is common. So I am taking the common, A square plus B square sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 2AB cos theta. So see, this is a trigonometrical identity. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So by using this relation, we will write in next step R square A square plus B square into 1 means B square plus 2AB cos theta. See, so this is the relation among magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B, magnitude of vector R in terms of theta, which is called magnitude of resultant vector R. So we will write it as, if you want to find the magnitude of R, then you will write modulus of R vector. Modulus of R vector means R, magnitude of R, is equal under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So this is the important formula. For the addition of two vector or the magnitude of resultant vector R. This magnitude of resultant vector R can also be written in the form of like that. Mod R vector is equal mod A vector plus B vector. mod r vector or mod a vector plus b vector or r, all same. Getting it? Now I am going to find direction of this r vector. So now direction, this was the magnitude, and now direction of resultant vector. So what is the direction? Our initial vector was A, so direction will read from vector A. So I am reading from A to resultant vector. So this angle alpha will give you the direction. So if you want to find this direction alpha, then how will you find? Again we will use the triangle ADC, which is a right angle triangle, by using trigonometry. In triangle ADC, by using trigonometry, you may see that alpha, if you want to find alpha, then I am writing tan theta over here. Tan theta is what? Perpendicular means CD upon base means AD. CD is what? You know that CD, B sin theta, BD, B cos theta. So we will write CD, B sin theta upon AD means A plus B cos theta. So tan alpha, here is alpha, not theta. Tan alpha, why? Because here alpha. Tan alpha is equal B sin theta upon A plus B cos theta. So the direction is alpha. Alpha can be written as tan inverse in bracket B sin theta upon A plus B cos theta. So the triangle of vector addition is over. By this way you may understand how will we add two vectors, given two vectors, with the help of triangle law of vector addition. And in this, magnitude of the resultant of two vector is given by this relation, and the direction of the resultant of the addition of two vector is given by this relation. These are the important formula. Now we will go ahead to learn another way of addition of two vectors. This is parallelogram law of vector addition. By how we will add now see, I am going to explain another method for vector addition of vector. Second method is parallelogram law. Why it is called parallelogram law? Because in this the parallelogram will form. How the parallelogram will form? See, if you want to add vector A and vector B, so as you know that you may take any one of them. Now I am initially taking vector A. Now in this case I am going to join tail of vector B to the tail of vector A. But in triangle law we were joining tail of vector B to the head of vector A. But in this one we will add tail of vector B to the tail of vector A. So by joining tail to tail without changing the direction, means the angle between vector A and vector B will be theta. So this is the vector B. Getting it? Now if we extend, draw a line parallel to this vector A. If we draw a line parallel to the line vector A and draw another line parallel to the vector B from the head of the vector A. So this is an intersection point. Now I am writing over here A. This point is A, B, C, and now D. So you may see that by joining these two lines, which were drawn parallel to vector B and parallel to vector A, there is a formation, and this figure is a parallelogram. Why? Because opposite sides are parallel and equal. Getting it? So what will be the addition in this case? So if we join this diagonal AC, join this diagonal AC. So this diagonal AC will represent the addition of two vectors, vector A and vector B. This is a addition. So why we are calling is a parallelogram law? Because in this parallelogram is forming. Okay. Then how will you define this parallelogram law? For defining, we will say as if two vectors represent the two adjacent sides of the parallelogram, then the diagonal from this common point will represent the resultant or sum of the two vectors. I am repeating it again. If two vectors represents the two adjacent sides of the parallelogram in terms of magnitude and direction, then the diagonal from this common point will represent the resultant of two vector addition in terms of magnitude and direction. Now, this R vector is A vector plus B vector, where R vector is what? It is the vector representation or vector addition shown. Getting it? But if you want to find the magnitude of this R vector, then how will you find? Now I am going to find the magnitude of R vector. Magnitude of R vector. Then how will you find the magnitude of R vector? Same process. By how? We will extend this AB side and we will draw a perpendicular from C and form a right angle triangle over here. Suppose this point is E. So in this case, AEC is a right angle triangle. Why we are forming right angle triangle over here? Why? Because we want to use the Pythagoras theorem as similar as in the triangle law of vector addition. Now for using this law, AC square in which triangle? In a triangle AEC. We are using parallelogram law of vector addition. So AC square is equal EC square plus AE square. See from the figure, you know that this angle is a theta, so this will also become theta. Why? Because corresponding angle, these two sides are the parallel side, AD and BC are the parallel. So these two angles called corresponding angles, both will be same. So if this is a theta, then we will use a trigonometry in triangle BEC. In triangle BEC. Now again, sin theta is equal CE upon the length of vector B is B over here. If AD is B, then BC is also B. AB is A and AC is R. Magnitude of AC vector, R vector, magnitude of AB vector, A vector, or magnitude of B vector or AD vector. So magnitude will be B. So here it will also be. Why? Because you know that parallel sides of the parallelogram are same. So we are writing over here perpendicular upon hypotenuse means CE upon B. So CE is equal B sin theta. Similarly, by using cos theta in the same triangle, we will write base BE. BE is the base over here upon B hypotenuse. So it will become BE is equal B cos theta. Getting it? Now I am going to put the values over here. You know that AC is what? R, magnitude of R vector. So it will become R square. EC, you know that EC is what? B sin theta. So it will become B sin theta whole square. AE is what? AE is AB plus BE. AB plus BE. AB is what? A. And BE is what? B cos theta. B cos theta whole square. Now opening the bracket. R square. B square. Sin square theta. A plus B whole square. A square plus B square cos square theta plus 2AB cos theta. Now see these two terms. In these two terms, B square is common. So we may take common over here. So R square is equal A square. B square is common. Sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 2AB cos theta. Now by solving, you know that trigonometric identity is 1. Why? Because sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So we are using 1 over here. So I will write it as A square plus B square. R square equal A square. B square into 1 becomes B square plus 2AB cos theta. Now the magnitude of R vector will be written R vector mod or A vector plus B vector in mod or small r. Square is over here, so we will take under root. So it will become under root A square B square plus 2AB cos theta. Now this is the magnitude of resultant vector R in the parallelogram law of vector addition. Now I am going to find the direction of R vector. Direction of R vector. For finding the direction of R vector, you see that AB was first vector. So this will be the direction I am taking is alpha. So this is an angle alpha. We want to find this. Again we will use the triangle AEC. In triangle AEC by using trigonometry, tan alpha is equal perpendicular means ECE upon base means AE by using the value of CE and AE. So CE is what? B sin theta. B sin theta. AE will be A plus B cos theta. So this is the direction. So if you want to write the direction in the form of alpha, so alpha is equal tan inverse B sin theta upon A plus B cos theta. So there are two formulas coming over here. Magnitude of R vector A square plus B square to AB cos theta, and direction alpha equal to tan inverse B sin theta upon A plus B cos theta. Now these two formula are very important for the numerical, and I am going to explain some cases related to these two formula which will be important for you. This formula is common for triangle law and parallelogram law. So case 1, if theta is equal to 0 degree, if theta is equal to 0 degree, then you know that cos 0 degree is equal to 1. So the resultant in this case will become R is equal under root a square plus b square plus 2ab. Cos 0 is 1. So after solving, you will get, it will become a plus b whole square in root. Why? Because a square plus b square plus 2ab will become a plus b whole square. So root will cancel. So it will become a plus b. So this a plus b will be the maximum value of the addition of two vectors a plus b. R maximum will be when theta is 0 degree. Theta is 0 degree. What do you mean by theta is 0 degree? If you are taking two vectors joining in triangle law like that, or in parallelogram law, clear? This is the parallelogram law. If you are joining these two vectors, so you know that this was the angle theta and here it was theta. I am taking theta is equal to 0 over here. So if theta is 0, so this vector will become like that, and it will also become on the vector A. If theta is 0, A, and the vector B will lie over here. So see, these vectors are collinear vectors. So when theta is 0, the addition of two vectors will be the follow property type collinear vector, and the addition will be maximum in this case. Getting it? Now case 2. I am taking if theta is equal 90 degree. So what do you mean by 90? Means cos 90 will be what? You know that cos 90 is 0. If cos 90 is 0, then the magnitude of the two vector will become what? A square plus b square 2ab into 0 means 0. So the magnitude will become that. In first case, direction will be, if you want to find the alpha, so alpha will become tan inverse b sine 0 upon a plus cos 0, b cos 0. See, you know that sine 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. So if the numerator is 0, then whole will become 0. So the direction in this case will become 0. Means alpha will be 0. See, this was the alpha. It will become 0. And here it was alpha. This will also become 0. In second case, if you are writing direction alpha, then it will become tan inverse b sine 90 upon a plus b cos 90. See, sin 90 means 1, cos 90 means 0. So put the value over here. So it will become, alpha will become, magnitude will become tan inverse b upon a. Why? Because this will become 0 and this is become 1. B into 1 means b, or a plus 0 means a. So this will be the direction in second case. Now in third case, case number 3. Case number third. So if theta is equal to 180 degree, I am taking theta is 180 degree. If theta is 180, so cos 180 degree is equal minus 1. We will use this value in the place of 1. So this r will be a square plus b square minus 1 से multiply, then 2ab in negative. So this will be the minimum value. See, this will be minimum value when theta is 180 between two vectors. So it will become what? A square plus b square minus 2ab, a minus b whole square in root. So root will cancel. It will become a minus b. So a minus b will be the difference of two magnitude, and it is the minimum value. In this case, if you want to find the direction, so alpha is equal tan inverse b sin 180 upon a plus b cos 180. So you know that sin 180 is what? In this case, sin 180 will be sin 90 plus 90 means cos 90, that means 0. So in this case, numerator will again 0, and this will be a minus b. So 0 upon this, then you will write it as a 0. So only the direction will come into the second case. And this is a very important case. This will use in the numericals and concept for the short tricks. So this is a vector addition of two vectors. There are two laws. By the two laws, three cases will come. So which will be very important for you.